Mark, you can put those lyrics up. Welcome, everybody. I'm waiting for Mark to put the lyrics up so that you can sing this whole song with me now. Or not. Hands open to the day. Join me. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands joined as if to pray. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms reaching to the sky. Arms reaching to the sky. Then circling around down to the earth. Then circling around down to the earth. Eyes lifted to the light, to the light. Hands like branches catching rain. Breathe in, breathe out. Rising like a stalk of green. Breathe in, breathe out. Arms reaching to the sky. Arms reaching to the sky. And circling around down. Then circling around down to the earth. Eyes lifted to the light, to the light. Hands open to the day. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands joined as if to pray. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
Go ahead and tell him thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got up this morning and told Mark I'm speaking today on silence. He just looked at me funny. Good morning.
Good morning.
How many of you were here yesterday for our metaphysical fair? You are brave souls. I'm so tired. I was so ready to stay in bed this morning. It was a great day. We had amazing people here. As you wander through the building, you'll see lots of lovely flowers and color. Donna decorated the whole building, and Lorelei and Charlotte worked so hard. It was transformative to see what happened in this building, and transformative for people who had the experience of being here too, I think. So really, really just so much love to you and Charlotte, and to also the team that came in before to tear everything down so that this space could be empty, and that put it all back together so that we would be here. This whole room was empty yesterday, and
Wow.
new things were in here, and the back room as well, the fellowship hall as well. So it's quite spectacular how this community comes together as a team. And I just want to notice that, to really talk about that and make sure that we remind ourselves what we're capable of when we come together to do something. And so congratulations to everyone for a really successful and beautiful event, and for getting up this morning and being here, and for being on screen. For those of you that did not leave your house this morning, I see lots of names of people who were here yesterday, and also some friends from out of town. Natalie, I see you this morning, just in case you were thinking you could sneak in. And Jan, and so many of you who were here and are joining us from home this morning. We love you. We appreciate you. We are so grateful that our community can have this kind of hybrid opportunity to gather. And so I invite you, if you're in the room, to just take a minute and notice the names, see the hearts, see the people who are there. If you are willing on the screen to just open your camera for a minute and wave. And you guys can wave back there. The camera is back there. So waving at the TVs doesn't help them much. But they are waving at the TVs, you guys. So we're just here. Mark, I see your hand. Okay. Well, the songs will be just as beautiful. We just will have to pretend we know the words. Right? This could be dangerous.
Could be dangerous, yeah.
Charlotte, you too, I see you back there. I've been, aiming this good energy at Lorelei up here, but so many thanks for all your good work yesterday. Really amazing what you guys did. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being the community you are. Yeah. And so you're ready to start planning for next year, right? I dreamt about it all night. Okay. I hope those were pleasant dreams and not nightmares. All right. So we are going to explore silence today. And I'll tell you why a little bit later. But what I want to start with this morning is to say this. For those of you who are visiting, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore are the founders of Unity. So if you hear me talk about Charles and Myrtle, that's who I'm talking about. And Myrtle believed that silence is the home of the Most High. Silence is the home of the Most High. So what we think about when we think about the Most High is we think about the Most High out here. But that is not what Charles and Myrtle taught. Charles and Myrtle taught that the Most High is right here. That's really different. So this morning, as we go into a meditative time, I'm going to give you an extended period of silence. What I invite you into is understanding that silence is so much more than nothing. because we kind of believe that silence, we're sitting in the nothingness. Silence is a presence. It is a very potent, existing energy. So I want to invite you this morning to be aware of and present to the presence of silence. You can't do it wrong. Okay? So let's close our eyes. Let us feel our feet on the floor and notice how safely held we are in these comfortable chairs. Let us put our hand on our chest just to remember where we're going, that this is a journey inward, not a journey out. And to consider that we have brought ourselves to this time and this place on purpose. Let us give ourselves the full gift of this morning. Every breath we take, every breeze we feel, every small sound we hear, everything that becomes present to you in the silence is the presence of the Most High. So allow yourself these few moments of silence to come fully here from all time, all dimension, all awareness, to bring yourself fully, completely to this moment as the presence of the Most High. In the stillness, be aware of the energy you feel. You might feel it in your hands. You might feel it at the place where your feet connect to the earth. You might feel it at your heart. Just be aware that there is more than nothingness. And that this presence you feel, this energy you feel, is always, always, always present. It's never missing. We never have to go find it. It's not waiting just around the corner. It is within us, animating us, giving us wholeness in every breath we breathe. And so it is.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. So we don't have the lyrics for this. It's only like 20 words. But your silence in me, inside me, my stillness inside you. Sophia calling me to be still and present too. That's the whole thing. Your silence, your silence inside me, my stillness inside you. Sophia calling me to be still and present too. And Sophia, of course, is the Jewish name for wisdom, which we talk about here periodically. Your silence in me, my stillness in you. Sophia calling me to be still and present too. Ooh. Your silence in me, my stillness in you. Sophia calling me to be still and present too. Your silence in me, my stillness in you. Sophia calling me to be still and present too. Your silence in me, my stillness in you. Sophia calling me to be still and present too.
Once upon a time, Silence decided that she had had enough. It was a Tuesday. I remember it was a Tuesday because on Monday, everything is crazy coming back to work. And by Tuesday, the whole world is a bit unbearable. She tried to find a place in the pauses between laughter, the hush before a kiss, the breath after a prayer. But humans treated her like wallpaper. They filled every gap with words, with notifications, with podcasts and background noise. Even their quiet time came with ocean sounds and guided affirmations. So one morning, Silence declared, "I quit." And just like that, she went on strike. At first, nobody noticed. The city buzzed, phones chimed, dogs barked. People talked over one another about how busy they were. But soon, some strange things started to happen. Songs on the radio ran right into one another without a single breath between them. Pop stars fainted from lack of air. Newscasters lost their commas and began speaking in one endless panic-filled run-on sentence. Even the ocean forgot the space between waves and flooded a few beaches out of sheer exhaustion. Teachers lost their dramatic pauses and sounded like auctioneers, and comedians couldn't get a punchline in. Jokes flopped all over the world. By Thursday, humanity was in panic. Finally, a group of monks, mystics, and slightly bewildered yoga teachers gathered on the top of a mountain to hold an emergency meeting. Silence has gone missing. How can we find her? Maybe she just needs a nap, or better PR. They tried everything, chanting, incense, even interpretive dance, but no Silence appeared. They grew frustrated, then more and more noisy, till their arguments echoed all the way down to the valley. And that's when a little girl, sitting quietly on the edge of the circle, said, "Shh." For the first time in a long time, nobody said a thing. A breeze lifted the corner of the monk's robe. A bird chirped on a branch. The air thickened, tender and filled with love. And there she was, Silence herself, sitting cross-legged, glowing in the circle. "You found me," she said softly. "But you know, I never really left. You just forgot to listen." The poet wept, the monks bowed, even the yoga teacher turned off her playlist. From that day on, people treated Silence differently. They left her little offerings, a candle lit before dawn, a walk without headphones, a moment of awe before speaking. The ocean found her rhythm again, and the pop stars learned to breathe. And whenever someone said too much, a friend would grin and remind them, "Careful, you don't want Silence to quit again." Well, Silence never did leave after that. She simply winked and hid herself in plain sight, in hammocks, in moonlight, and in hearts finally ready to listen. There is something amazing about silence. Some of you know that my most healing experience is always to go into a few days of silence. To go away to a place where there are 20 or 30 other people, into retreat space, to share meals, to sit in meditation, to walk the land, to spend time together in complete silence. Because silence doesn't require being alone. Silence can happen anywhere you decide, shh. Anywhere. So when I go into silence and we're sharing a meal, the spoons clink the bowls and people's feet rustle on the ground. And if I go outside, I hear the birds and I hear the wind through the trees. I hear whatever barks from a distance or the jet that flies over. But something different happens when we're not engaged here. When we're not so busy thinking that we forget that we are all of this, that all of this is us. Our attention drops into the body. When we don't have to think about what we're going to say next. It is the most, I can't even begin to tell you how much relief it is to walk past someone and not have to say hello. To see one another, to nod, and to keep walking. And not have to think from 50 feet away, oh, who is that? What do I have to say? What am I going to have to say to that person? And I love people. But the silence offers something different. And you felt it this morning, those moments. Like, did you notice after we did silence and we came into the Alleluia? How was it for you? Did it come a little fast? Was the sound a little bit quicker than you? I was like, oh, not yet. Not quite yet. Right? Because when we find the silence, we find the Most High. We find the place the holy lives. It will never be in the noise. And science tells us all kinds of things about what happens in our brain and our body. That we recover, we heal, we experience neuron growth. We have all kinds of things. Our blood pressure lowers. We come to calm in our body in 2 minutes of silence. Faster and more than we do in 20 minutes of listening to soft music. 2 minutes. That's all we need. Why? Why is that so powerful for us? Because there is something there. Because the silence is not nothing. The silence is the presence of the holy. And we hear it. We hear it through our day. We have those moments when everything goes still. And we look for something to fill the space. Oh, it's really quiet. I better turn the TV on. Better see what's on the news. That's going to bring you a lot of peace today. Got to put something in the space. Some of us, this is true for me. I know that it's true for some of you because I've talked to you. Some of us have a ringing. You hear that ringing? So we turn something on to fill the space in the ringing rather than being present to the ringing. So if you were to go into a soundproof booth, you know what's really weird about it? It's not quiet. In a soundproof booth, you hear your body. You hear your heartbeat. You hear the pulsing in your ear. The body is not quiet. We think that it is, but in truth, we're vibration, aren't we? We're vibrating energy. We're not just this physical form that we all agree to be. There is energy here. There is going to be a buzz and a hum and an aliveness to being alive. So when we think about silence, we think about nothing. There's nothing. But there is something in silence. It is the name of a thing, a presence, a happening. It's not a name that says there's no noise. That's something different. And the reason that it's so important to be aware of that is because in the silence, we find the holy. So if you sit with yourself in silence and look for nothing, you're not going to be looking for what you're looking for. You are looking to be present to the energy of the divine that inhabits your form. When we talk about the indwelling divine, we mean something. It's not out here waiting for you to say, oh, please come into my heart now. If it was out there, you would not be breathing. It is the thing that science cannot define. Why is it that we are alive? Because we are inhabited by, inspired, in breath, inspired with our first breath by the holy in this form. And society wants to teach us to look for that somewhere outside of ourselves. That we have to do something highly unusual, have to spend hours doing something to find what is as close as our breath. Not the breath out here, but the breath in our lungs. This period of time in the fall, we've been talking about intuition, about really understanding what is ours to do in the world, really understanding what is each of our job right now in a world that is changing dramatically. And as I've said to you before, it doesn't matter whether your judgment or discernment says the changes are good or the changes are bad. You're in the changes. We are all living together through the changes. I believe we came here for this time. We came to be in these changes. We came to hold an energetic presence in these changes. Perhaps we are the energy of love. We all want to be that. We know what love feels like. I can be love. I can look out here at your beautiful faces and be love. Perhaps we are holding the energy of justice. It isn't about what we do outside of our body. It's about what it feels like inside of our body. Because the presence of the divine is inhabiting you and allowing that which is the indwelling divine to express through you, as you, and all around you. So we have a lot of judgment about how we feel, don't we? I don't want to be mad. I don't want to be self-righteous. I don't want to be whatever, fill in the blank. But all of that is part of the indwelling aspect of you individually. And self-love comes from understanding what you're loving. Really understanding that you are the divine expressing. In your good moments, in your not so good moments, in your discerning moments between those. And the more silence you allow yourself, the more stillness you allow yourself, the more awareness of who you really are will come forward. And we need that right now in the world. So why do we are doing 12 weeks of intuition. Why? Because right now it's really difficult to know who we need to be in the world. There are a lot of people out there telling us who we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to do and all of that. And a lot of question about what's true and what isn't true. And how we figure out what's true and what isn't true. Well, we do that right here. What's true for me might be different than what's true for you or what's true for you. Because I came here to do something, you came here to do something, and they might not be the same things. Coming to the stillness and recognizing in the silence that you are the presence of the holy, that the sounds that you would hear in a soundproof booth, the moving of your own heart, the blood pulsing through you, the aliveness of your being is God and nothing else. That is what I offer you this morning. To be present to who you really are, because the world needs you right now to be who you really are. So please, this week, take some time in silence to get to know the holy that breathes you, the holy that inspires you, that moves you in a way that allows you to be on purpose with your soul and with the wholeness of the oneness we are.
Move me, Lord, that I may find your true heart inside of mine. And as it beats and we are near, I offer you my doubts and fears. You have formed a space in me that only you can fill. Tenderly pour into me all that is your will. Move me, Lord, that I may reach into the deepest part of me. And as in silent there, beneath the storm, where all is still, where we are born. Move me, Lord, like drops of rain, creeping down my window pane. Reflected there, your setting sun, a rainbow world in everyone. Move me, Lord, but move me slow, like ferns unfurl, like twirling snow, like wind and sky blend into one, like we abide, me and your blessed Son.
Thank you. Let's take a deep breath in, shall we? And release. I'm grateful for your presence here. I'm grateful for the gifts of this community. And I am remarkably grateful this morning for what this community does together, for all the ways that this community touches community beyond these walls and within these walls. So we talk a lot about Westside Cares, and we talk a lot about the Launchpad, and we talk a lot about our outreach. But this morning I want to talk a little bit about inReach. And I want to express thanks to all of you who serve on our care team. Because one of the most tragic things that can happen in a spiritual community is that all of the energy goes out into the community, and when someone inside the community is struggling, they feel alone. And our care team is the answer to that. Our care team spends time doing so many different things. You guys don't know, but they were here a month ago in the kitchen all together, cooking meals and putting them in the freezer. Because we never know when somebody is going to need a meal. Because they experienced a loss, because they're coming home from the hospital, because something is going on with them. So the care team was here cooking and putting things away so they would be prepared. We don't know how many phone calls are made to check in on someone because they're having a hard time. We don't know how to make those phone calls unless you as a community call us in the office and say, did you know so-and-so is sick? Or did you know somebody's mom just passed away? Or did you know? But as soon as we get that call, we send a call out to our care team, and our care team starts doing their good work. And it's largely without thanks and in an invisible way. But for the people who receive that care, it's incredibly powerful and meaningful because it says this community is always present. Not just when we show up on Sundays, but always. And I want to make sure you know about the care team so that you have the ability, if something happens for you or with someone you know, to let us know you need care from the care team. Because we can't see inside your house. We don't know unless someone informs us. And if you're feeling out in our community as though you haven't been seen or someone hasn't been present to you in your need, it's only because we don't know. You can call yourself and say, I am so sick I can't cook. Would someone help me? They do lots of things. They've helped people get to hospitals. They've helped people get to doctor's appointments. They've picked up groceries. They've brought food. They just make a phone call to check in on you. So if you serve on that team, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you'd like to serve on that team, all you need to do is call the office and tell us, and we will add you to that team. There are about, I think, 25, 30 people on that team, so it's not a team that has where you have to do everything. What happens is we put out a call and whoever is available steps up. So if you would like to serve on that team, please let us know. And today, you have an opportunity to support that team because they do have expenses for gas and for food and for things that they do. So yesterday at the fair, they had a bake sale. They made a little bit of money there, but they have some yummy goodies that are going to be available in the back during fellowship. Please go buy them. And while you're at the table, tell them thank you. Tell them thank you, because the work is just as important as the work that we do outside these walls. So go back and buy something yummy today. And as we go into our time of giving, keep in mind that giving is a circular process, that we give because we are able to receive. We give because we're able to receive. And that ability to receive is tied up in gratitude. How we know we've really received is when our heart feels so full that we feel grateful. Grateful because everyone in this room has water, clean clothes, a roof over their head, and a way to get here this morning. That by itself is a lot to be grateful for, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Right? In comparison with the rest of the world, my gosh, we are amazingly abundant. So as you give from a feeling of gratitude. It isn't about the amount, it is about the gratitude. That we give from gratitude, understanding that we are in circulation with the universe, always moving the threads, always moving things where they need to be, always caring for each other and caring for what is beyond this building. Doing that with appreciation for how blessed we are. So let's hold in our hands what we give. And as I have said before and will always say on Sundays, if for some reason today is not a giving day for you, please simply be in the energy and receive. Sometimes the car breaks down, something happens, you need a new water heater, right? Don't feel bad, that happens for everybody. Give as you are able, and as you are able to give, know that you are receiving and moving the love of the holy. So let's say our affirmation of abundance together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I see you guys. You're coming up here after the offering, okay?
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. Thank you to our ushers. We receive these gifts knowing they are given with gratitude and open-heartedness. We know that as these gifts come to us, they circulate out into the world in all the ways that bless life. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you. Thank you. Come on in, you guys. We have some kids today.
Yay!
Looks like you had fun. Here you go. Oh, okay. All right. Wait, is it on? Let's see if it's on. Let's make sure. There, now we can hear you.
Hi.
There you go.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Cora,
I'm Bo.
and this is the Heifer Project, and we're gonna set it down in that like kitchen lunch area. I forgot what it's called, but but we're gonna set the catalog next to that, so then you could see like how much to like let's just say like like you could just see who you're like not who.
So tell me what we're buying from the
Oh,
catalog.
We're giving animals to families, so then they could sell like milk, more like honey from bees, eggs from chickens, and like you could see here, and you don't need to donate. Like, let's say like a goat, you want to like donate a goat. You don't need to donate like $120. You probably don't have that in cash, but like you don't need to do that. Like you could do a share of a goat, so you could just donate $10. So then like let's say like a lot of people donate $10. Then it adds up to $120. Then there you go. Yeah.
So if we come back to the back and we make donations into your heifer fund so that you can buy some animals, you're going to give them over the holiday, is that right, to families? You're going to
Yes.
make that donation, and then afterwards, will you come back and tell us what we gave away?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. But yeah.
Okay. And did you learn anything besides that today?
We read a book, and it was talking about how, like, you could, like, feel and hear stuff with, like, your heart, and yeah.
Nice. And Bo, did you learn anything today? Do you want to tell us something you learned? You have to say to the mic so they can hear you.
We made birds,
Ooh, nice.
and we put them in our folders, or we bring them home.
Sweet. Well, we're sure glad you guys are here and really happy about what you're doing for the holidays. What a great project. How about a hand for our amazing kids? Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon. That's the best. That is just the best, isn't it? So, Heifer Fund. You can learn about the catalog when you go to the back to fellowship. I hope that you do go to fellowship today. I hope you make a little time to share your hearts with one another. And I hope also that as you leave into this beautiful day today, you find a place for some silent presence today. That you actually find a place to be with who you really are. Susan?
Good morning.
Morning, Susan.
My name is Susan Quilish Nelson, and I'm your platform assistant today. I don't know why we call it platform assistant. I come in on last. Everybody else assists me. Next week, on the 1st, on Saturday, and on the 2nd, on Sunday, we have a minister candidate coming in. She's going to give us a little seminar class kind of thing on Saturday, and then she's going to talk to us on Sunday, which is sort of cool. And the reason I mention that is because we have our minister affirmation, because we're looking for a new minister. You know, Ahriana has got other things to do. So please join us in saying our affirmation to welcome a new minister. You can include this in your daily prayer and meditation as well. In deep gratitude for our past, we embrace change with faith and enthusiasm. We warmly welcome our new minister to Unity Spiritual Center in the Rockies with open hearts and joyful spirits. And so it is. I was going to announce the platform flowers. We don't have any, so I don't have to announce those. Okay. Upcoming events. Westside Cares is collecting King Soopers gift cards for families in need this Thanksgiving for their annual Thanksgiving program. They need card denominations of $10, $20, and $25, or you can give cash, check, or credit card donation for card purchases that will be made by Unity. Cards or donations must be turned in by Wednesday, November 5th. Drop off your cards or donations or cash and check payable to Unity Spiritual Center in the Rockies in the offering box in the back of the sanctuary. that little box back there. Where are we? Or make an online donation to WSC Thanksgiving program on the Unity donation page, or see Susan Anderson for more information. Unity Minister Candidate Weekend, I just mentioned that. Join us this weekend for November 1st and 2nd to welcome our new Reverend Tracy Quillen. I think I'd be able to pronounce that with my name being Quillage. Our ministerial candidate. Reverend Tracy will present a workshop, Umpa, the Grapes of Life, from 10:30 to 12 o'clock on Saturday, November 1st. She will also present the Sunday message, Saying Yes to the Magic of Fairy Tales, on November 2nd at 10 a.m. Both events will be here at the Unity Sanctuary and available live online via Unity Zoom. Go to our website homepage to access the link. There will be a question and answer period after each of these sessions, each of these events, and the board would love to have everyone fill out an evaluation form. We look forward to you joining us for this great weekend. Some reminders: check the Unity newsletter, bulletin boards, online calendars, and Facebook page for updates. If you'd like to sign up for the Unity newsletter or need a Unity name tag, please stop by the Unity office or email unity@unityrockies.org. Okay. Our prayer chaplain today is Sylvia, and she will take it from here.
Hello, I'm Sylvia Ray. I'm your prayer chaplain for today, as Susan said. And I'm here to pray with you individually down the hall to the right in the meditation room. And you also have the option of placing written prayers in our prayer box, the lovely ivory-colored box at the back of the sanctuary. And will you join me now in our closing prayer? The love
light
of God surrounds us.
I am that light.
love.
The love of God enfolds us. I am that love.
presence.
The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sylvia. Join us for the Let There Be Peace on Earth song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, we are family.